It was actually January 27th when we first got our look at the refreshed Model S that Tesla had announced, and we're still waiting. Deliveries haven't begun yet, middle of May. Hopefully the first ones can be by the end of this month, but Tesla actually did start reaching out to a few reservation holders, people that had bought a Model S after the refresh was announced, and according to Electric, these people have gotten statements from Tesla saying that they expect their deliveries to be early June, which means that hopefully we're only a couple weeks away from the first Model S deliveries with the updated interiors actually beginning. But it seems like even though official deliveries have not begun yet, there already are updates coming to the Tesla Model S yoke, which I found kind of interesting. So someone found a different photo of one. This might be a prototype, this might be the production model, I'm still not entirely sure, but the updated yoke had these different ridge lines next to the capacitive buttons on the steering yoke, which I found interesting, which probably is going to help people hit a lot of those buttons without having to look at them as closely. They can just kind of feel around for them, which hopefully this is just Tesla's real world testing coming back to the production team and saying, hey, here's some of the things we noticed about driving around with this vehicle, and here's some things that we think might help. Aaron was able to snap a photo of this updated interior shot and also mentioned that the little scroll wheels have matte sides instead of glossy now, which I definitely appreciate. And even though the deliveries have not officially begun, these things are being spotted all over the place. In fact, Drive Tesla recently reported through Drive Tesla Canada that the Plaid Model S was at a test track recently, just a few hours south of the Fremont factory, and they were actually able to clock a record quarter-mile time of 9.23 seconds, which is essentially the exact number that Tesla advertised on their website for the Plaid Model S. Keep in mind, this is not the Plaid Plus Model S, which is supposed to have a horsepower over 1100. This is just the regular Plaid Model S, which has a horsepower of 1020. I know, so slow. And it was just a tad bit slower in the trap speed of 244 kilometers per hour, but still an insane amount of speed. And if you look into the article itself, they mentioned that this vehicle was also being accompanied by Mr. Jay Leno, who is apparently filming with the new Plaid Model S for an upcoming episode of Jay Leno's Garage. So this could be a leak. If this doesn't end up happening, maybe it's completely fabricated or false, but it's nice to know that Jay is still checking out the updated Model S interior. He hung out with Elon for the Cybertruck. He got to hang out with Franz for the Tesla Roadster, and he even did a pretty cool video on the Model Y when deliveries for that started beginning. So it makes sense that Jay would be checking out the Model S again now that it's finally rocking a tri-motor powertrain and it's beating all kinds of quarter-mile time records. You know, the Bugatti was the last one at 9.4 seconds. Now to see 0.2 seconds shaved off of that with a four-door sedan that can sit 5 people and also fit quite a bit in the back hatch does absolutely say a lot about how electric cars are the future. And I know that there's a lot more to performance than just 0 to 60 times and quarter-mile times. I know that handling and turn radiuses and weight distribution is a bunch of other stuff, but still, you gotta give Tesla credit here. The fact that they've made a vehicle that is a fraction of the price of the last record holder that doesn't need a stripped down interior. Lucid hit some insane quarter-mile times as well, but they stripped out all of the insides of that vehicle. This vehicle that they were testing at the track apparently was not really modified in any type of way. This is a production trim. Seeing that get these insane numbers is crazy to think about, and imagining that Tesla's been talking about this Plaid powertrain idea since 2017, and yet it has still not really made its deliveries yet. It does once again get me excited that the Plaid Model S is technically right around the corner, but in all things Tesla, everything seems about a month away. You notice that? Like, I was getting pretty frustrated that Elon told us, you know, to expect the full self-driving subscription in a month, and that's a for sure thing, and then here we are a month later and he says, in about another month or so. It was like the same thing with Battery Day last year. It was like always a month away. Well, maybe next month, maybe next month. Same thing with full self-driving Beta 9, maybe next month, maybe next month. And on the last earnings call, he said the first Model S deliveries would be, yep, maybe next month. So that seems to be his go-to answer. I don't think he's necessarily lying. I just think that he gets caught up in the moment and he sees all the progress that's being made and he thinks everything is just right around the corner and it's not that far away, when in reality it actually is pretty far away. So if I could advise Elon to change his timelines that he gives us a little bit better, it would be, don't be so precise as to saying something is a month away. Just say, like, you know, we're doing our best and we'll get it out as soon as it's safe, reliable, and basically you don't need to update people if there's no real updates to give. But either way, seeing how delayed the Model S new orders are, telling people they're not going to get their car until the fourth quarter if you order one now, I think says a lot about, one, how difficult difficult it is to mass produce a vehicle like this, and also how much heavy demand there is for a vehicle with this type of performance, with this type of insane range. I know that we get caught up in the prototype world and all the announcements that other EV companies have made, but still to this day, when it comes to on-the-road vehicles that people buy and drive around, the Model S long range is still undefeated in the electric vehicle market. It's the only EV with an EPA estimated range over 400 that's actually out and driving around. So because of that, I think it's a very high in demand EV, and people want to take advantage of all that Tesla has to offer between the autonomous driving features, the supercharging network, and now this insanely good performance that is still kind of unmatched in the EV world, especially for the price. So I think Tesla is going to have a cash cow on their hands, and I think a lot of people are going to want to order these things, especially when they watch the Jay Leno special and start seeing them actually drive around and realize these are not just hopeful numbers that so many other EV startups give us, but no, these are actual numbers that are being achieved, and it gives me hope to see that those quarter mile times they're promising are actually being delivered on. Let me know what you guys are most excited for with the Plaid Model S. Appreciate you all for watching. Hope you have an excellent rest of your day. Take care.